dumb. Not because he doesn't think slavery is good, but because he thinks this is the best way to ensure slavery goes away and ruin the Texas economy. So Houston refuses to take the oath of secession. He gets thrown out of office. He's a representative of a small group of people who oppose secession, not because they think that they're against slavery, but because they think this is the best way to destroy slavery. So a lot of people voted against secession while also supporting slavery. They just thought that a war was the best way to destroy it, so they wanted to avoid that. There is a small group who oppose secession because they don't like slavery, they don't want to fight for it. And those are the Germans we talked about. As a general rule, the places that voted against secession, which are the darker areas, have higher proportions of Germans in them, Hill Country in particular. So the small amount of opposition that comes from that, a lot of it is from these German pockets of Texas. But these are small groups of people. Most people support the Confederacy in Texas. Most people are ready to oppose this man with all their might as the greatest threat that has ever come against the United States and now the Confederate nation. And so Texas throws all its support behind this new war. Nobody knows how it's going to turn out. Because if they did, they wouldn't go into it. Nobody would walk in with 620,000 people dead in 4 years. Everybody thinks it's going to be a really short thing. And so when he takes office in March, the standoff is whether or not he is going to enforce the federal government's right to control places like Texas, especially the federal garrisons in these places. So the South pushes him, Lincoln, into a position where Lincoln has to decide, do I let them go or do I force their hand? And Lincoln forces their hand to Fort Sumter in April 1861 because Lincoln tried to resupply a federal fort off the coast of South Carolina. South Carolinians said, it's Confederacy now, we're going to shoot you. And so they opened cannon fire on Fort Sumter and the war began. And as soon as that happened, everybody in the South rushes into the armies because they don't want to miss this chance to fight against the Republicans, to fight against the North, and to vindicate a Southern honor and a Southern way of life. And so Texans, there we go. We'll go with that. Texans rush into the armies as fast as possible. Young Texans across the board pour in as fast as they can because they want to be part of this fight. The excitement of war and all that stuff brings together, a lot of, 18 year-olds are joining this army. And so, as Texas forms an army to join the Confederacy, nobody knows what's going to happen over the next 4 years. We all know how it is turning out. But it comes to have enormous consequences for Texas. It transforms the entire region in ways that nobody could imagine at the time in a very short period. And frees 200,000 enslaved people living in the state. How that happens and what that means is what we're going to be talking about next week. So you guys have a good weekend? If you have any questions about paper, come talk to me or email me. And I will see you guys on Monday.